Welcome back. We just recruited Edir, or however you pronounce his name. I'm sorry. As I said, I'm going to be butchering these fantasy names because there are a lot of them. So I think this time around I'm going to do a little bit of side questing before going straight to Kernua. So let's first check out what the deal with that bear. The guy I mentioned before. Okay, so loading. Oh, there we go. We're almost there. You can see the little glove. Okay, now we're good. Now we're making some progress. So let's head northwest towards where the guy said the bear was. Is there? Ooh, stuff to loot. Sweet. Some more stuff in my supply count. Okay, looks like we discovered the bear's cave. Let's get in and kill a bear. Camping in the wilderness requires... Yeah, oh, there we go. Almost loaded up. I'll try and sneak our way in. See how well that goes.
No prisoners!
Jeez, that was an easy fight. I remember this fight being a lot harder. But I am totally okay with that. A figure drifts, suspended in the midst of the air of the cavern, its form and features blurred, twisting in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying around your limbs, filling you up with a heavy chill. Let's reach out to it. Reach out a hand to the spirit. In a moment of contact, you feel as you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into the waiting dark. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back, the weight of the bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now, you are standing before a cavern. The darkness extends far into the depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There's a roar like thunder echoes around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards the light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there's a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced with pain. When in that moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And there is a great, dark shape above you, and there is no more pain. The vision is recede, and you are thrown back into yourself with seeming resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet. The specter lingers. In the span of energy between both of you, you feel a sense of questioning, a confusion, an anger. I met him on the road, your friend. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seems to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him. I'll see he answers for what he's done to you. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with force of its exaltation, growing fainter and fainter, until you are alone once more. Okay, let's loot the rest of this cave. Ooh, greatsword. I think I might actually take that. Nah. I kind of want the protection that a shield affords me. Mice crawl through eye sockets and over femurs. Oh, that's a pile of bones, isn't it? More bones. Delightful. Just delightful. So, apparently, the guy that we met on the road betrayed his friend and left him for dead with a bear. See what he has to say for himself on that matter. I don't know how we'll approach this. I know personally that, like, I think I would probably treat whoever betrayed his friend rather harshly, but I'm not sure that's what Barzeel would do. Because I personally feel very strongly about, like, loyalty and, like, how one should treat another, like, especially your friends, but I think Barzeel would be a little bit more merciful. Where am I heading to? I think that's the house. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy who betrayed his friend, Norton. This man and woman appear to be deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging sacks. They move to embrace until the woman notices you approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Well met, friend.
Can we help you? He looks confused. Do you know this man, Norton? Yes. We met in Valewood. I warned him about the bear. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for someone who just lost a friend. It's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my own fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place. That's all. It's cost me the greatest part of my life, and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. I know what really happened in the bear cave, Norton. The color drains from Norton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrod looks at Norton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving for Pearlie's loss, but that's a wild animal's doing. Norton shakes his head minutely. He trembles at it in his hands. You see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? Stop. I have no patience for cowards and liars. Norton flinches, but meets your gaze. After a moment, he sets a jaw and nods. Fine, I confess it. I did it. I saw to that he'd never leave that cave. And I'd do it again. See?
Can you help me? There's a big ass bug in my room.
1 second. One dead bug later, and I have returned. Norton, wait! Ingrod raised a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but it's not what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he is much as a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time, and suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. Norton, we met. I know I found something special, someone kind, someone who cared for me. Please. All I want to do is leave this place, to start somewhere else. We have some coins saved up. You could have it, if only to let us go. He's gonna be a big old softy. Keep your money, use it to start your new life. And honestly, if told the same situation, I probably would do the same thing. Just because, yeah. Abusers can go fucking die. Then, thank you. Truly, I'm glad you understand. Only here, take this at least. I hope it brings you luck. We have a long journey ahead of us. I wish you well on your travel, stranger. We won't forget this. Let's see, what did we get? A ring. Ring of minor deflection. Sweet. Some extra deflection would always be nice. Okay, so that's the first part of it. Okay. Let's head off then. Oh, first, I'd like to recruit an adventurer. Just because our party is missing one key component. That being a specialist rogue. And I know for a fact that you never meet a rogue companion, so might as well hire a mercenary, right? Character sheet contains details. Yeah, I've played through enough of this game to know that there is no rogue, and I'd like to have a character who can disarm traps and open locks for me, just because that seems like an important thing. Also, I'd like to sell all my crap at the same.
Hail and well met.
Hello again. Come to rest your feet for a while? I'd like to see what you have for sale. I'm sure you will find something to your liking. We have the finest cooks in all in Deerwood. Okay, first, stash. Sell all this crap. Keep hood. We can. You guys can keep the mead. But sell these 2 torches and bear hide. Oh, and this wolf pelt. Yes. Trade that. And let's hire a mercenary, level 2. This should take us to the character creation thing. Let's do female, just because we need some diversity in our party. We have a human, we have a godlike, we have an elf. Let's go with an Aruma. No, dwarf. Oh, wait. That is a penalty to dexterity, and we kind of want someone. Maybe an Orlan. Or actually... Yeah, let's go with human. Ocean folk. What does... Once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced. It's accuracy and damage. Okay, so... let's hit rogue. Crippling strike is pretty good. Let's raise that to 16. That to 16. Perception. 1 in intellect. Is there one that increases Dex? Yes, Deadfire Archipelago. And one that increases mechanics and stealth, preferably. I guess she'll be a hunter. Stealth survival. Let's find a good portrait. There we go.
I've got this.
Yeah, that sounds right. About right. Go with my standard fantasy name, Raji. Then level her up once. More primarily in mechanics. Just so she can... Oh, backstab. Dramatically increases the damage done from stealth or invisibility. Use ranged weapons. Must be within 2 meters of the target. Let's see what others. Defensive. I think I'll just take backstab. Okay, let's head out. Let's move along, shall we? So next, I think I'm going to head over to Radric's castle. See what kind of trouble we can make up there. Let's head to Easternwood. 3-8-hour trip. So yeah, let me think a little bit of backstory for our mercenary Raji. She's from the Deadfire Archipelago, so that's kind of like a pirate-infested place, and she's a hunter. So maybe she's like a bounty hunter. And she, what brings her to the Deerwood? Oh, maybe she crossed, like, the wrong person, and now she's, like, on the run from, oh, yeah, she's on the run, and, is looking for work. Seems like a surprisingly empty road so far. Probably gonna be an ambush.
Hail, traveler.
Hold, sir, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and at a closer distance his features are revealed to those of a younger man, who though lined with weariness. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there is a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under his knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I do not know your purpose for traveling this road, friend, but I would warn against it. He gestures up the path with a sweep of his arm. For the keep beyond belongs to that tyrant who calls himself the Lord of Gilded Vale. But like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. The man smiles thinly. And so you are warned. If you would press on despite this, however, I wonder if we would help another. It depends. Or, what do you want me to... perhaps you could come with me. I sorely wish that I could, but I would only hinder you further. One of Ladric's lickspittles split a dagger into my leg before he fell. May he be half as lucky the next time around. He glances towards his wound. But it's not the leg that pains me. We have lost too many to Radric's defenses. That is why I would turn to you for now, for assistance. What is it you'd have me do? It's a grim task that I ask of you, but I assure you there's no other option. Lord Radric must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Radric's madness. He would cure Wildwind's legacy by ensuring that none are alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear for his own life, Ygritte might be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses, intent on ending Radric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover of night, but they were routed. There are dark creatures down in the dungeon, the work of Radric's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Radric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg your assistance where I can. He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship it deserves. I will find Radric and deal with him. Then I commend you on your courage, and thank you for your assistance, but I would not send you onward without due warning. Radric's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Radric. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise, but if you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance in the sewers on the eastern edge of the moat. But several of my men were captured. It may be the entrance was found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend, Nedmar. He's the high priest of Baratheon, known that now that the shining god is fallen, a good man in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Nedmar can help you reach Radric, but he resides on the upper level of Radric's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You will have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. Thank you for the advice. I will make good use of it. Consider it a blessing from the gods that I found someone that understands honor and duty. May Margren bring you victory, friend. I wish you luck. Okay. Let's head over to Radric's Hold. Yeah, the last place I stopped was at Radric's Hold itself. I got stuck on the boss fight. It is a bitch. Especially at lower levels. But I'm going to try it again at a easier difficulty. And hopefully your moral support will be able to push me through the very, very difficult fight. And hopefully the lower difficulty also helps.
Wouldn't mind having a word with our esteemed lord while we're here. Got some suggestions for him.
I'm sure you do. The guard fixes a glower on you. You have no business here. Lord Radric is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or traveling entertainers, he sneers. Best turn right around. I'm here to see Lord Radric. Step aside. Are you hard of hearing? He draws his sword. You've got one chance to turn around. The guards inside won't be half so gentle. The guard fixes a glower on you. You have no business here. Lord Radric is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or traveling entertainers. Let's try this again. Step aside or die choking on your own innards. The sellsword's grim expression wavers for a moment. He looks at his comrade, signaling him with a nod, and raises his weapon. As far as I can see, you've misjudged your odds, friend. Bad luck for you.
No prisoners! That's it!
Okay. I think I will stop here, whereas we just begin the assault on the castle. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye!